Is it an official Wu-Tang album, or is it more of a Wu-Tang compilation with friends? Honestly, I'm not completely sure, but I do know one thing. It's probably the best Wu-Tang project we've gotten in a long time. What is good, y'all? It's your boy Mixtape Moth. If you are rocking with this content, go ahead and smash that like button. Also subscribe if you haven't. But today, I'm going to be hitting y'all with my thoughts on this new project from Mathematics and the Wu-Tang Clan entitled Black Samson, the Bastard Swordsman. So Mathematics is a DJ and producer from the legendary group and collective Wu-Tang Clan. In the 2000s, he had a solo career in addition to production on some Wu projects, but in 2017, Mathematics reappeared on the scene with The Saga Continues. And although it registered as a Wu-Tang and Friends project, the general consensus from the people, the fans, the heads, was that Mathematics knew how to craft traditional Wu-Tang beats. The type of production that many fans thought was missing from releases like A Better Tomorrow or A Diagrams. But getting right into Black Samson, the Bastard Swordsman, that title might confuse people looking for a new Wu-Tang album. I don't know, but it is the first full-length Wu project nonetheless since The Saga Continues, but more officially since the Clan's 2014 drop, A Better Tomorrow. Now, the production here was handled almost entirely by Mathematics, with the exception of RZA as a co-credit on 2 songs. It contains 12 tracks lasting approximately 40 minutes. All Wu members appear at least once, but there were outside features from Corrupt, Kool G Rap, Nicole Bust, Benny the Butcher, RJ Payne, 38 Special, Willie the Kid, Cameron Corvette, and King Crooked. But with that being said, let me go ahead and just hit y'all with that track-by-track breakdown. The opener, Sucker Free City, contains some words from Corrupt and Ralph McDaniels, 2 individuals who I respect, but they don't necessarily scream Wu-Tang Clan. So this was giving the project Wu-Tang and Friends vibes from the opener. But the first actual song, Mandingo, which had been released as an earlier single, is most certainly a highlight. You have this neck-snapping sample-based production courtesy of Mathematics and RZA, and you also have the wailing female blues singer sample that does put one in the frame of mind of, let's say, Blue Raspberry. Y'all know the vibes I'm talking about. So basically, all the ingredients for a signature Wu-Tang track were in place. Ray opens it up with a solid enough performance, although it's not one of his better ones here. Inspector Dex is a bit better, but it was Meth, who just can't seem to miss these days. Method Man clearly stole the show with witty lines like, hold the iron mic steady, one eye on the fetty, the other eye on the petty. Once upon a time, this is not like Skrelly. Script on the pot, not Reggie. Capadonna then closed this out with a grimy, hardcore verse. Yeah, Mandingo was a hard-hitting way to kick things off. Next is Roar of the Lion, another standout, which has this gritty blues and soul sample that feels very true to that shaolin sound. You God opens it up, but it was Kool G Rap who bodied the track with an MVP-like verse. G-Rap said, I've seen addicts pursue the hit and never touch a mill. Seen them with bubbles on their grill. I cut with steel funeral ballad keys. My glimpses of reality, that Queen's criminal mentality be running wild on me. Juveniles out in the lab like dudes doing alchemy. I mean, at this point, I would take a G-Rap album fully produced by Mathematics. But RZA held his own with the closing verse, resurrecting that pre-Bobby Digital flow, which is always welcome. The vibe then immediately shifts into something more melancholy with the earliest single, Claudine. Now this features Meth and Ghost over some slower, somber production. Now Method Man here has a clever relationship type of verse with the slick wordplay, whereas a Ghostface gives us a really heartfelt, emotional dedication to his mom, one that could be vivid enough to make you shed a tear. But yeah, Good overall track, although I didn't necessarily love the placement of it as the third track. I probably would have sequenced it different. But right after is the gem, Shaolin vs. Llama, a horn-fueled banger where Ray and Deck go off, both sounding their best on the album. The production, it's going to give you that instant screw face, and Deck probably had his sharpest performance in a long time. This is the flow that we have missed from Inspector Deck over recent years. But yeah, Shaolin vs. Llama, it was the hardest banger here. Then there is the Grim Executioners from Shaolin, another favorite. This one features Jizza, Deck, and Capadonna, all three getting busy over a rugged beat that makes you feel like you are literally walking through Staten Island on a rainy, overcast day. I love the swirling strings that do pop up when Jizza and Kappa perform. You can just feel the intensity in Jizza's surgical bars, although I wish it was a longer verse. Capadonna then closed it out with another solid performance, and I really dug how crisp Capadonna's vocals were throughout the entire album. Next is the blaxploitation theme, Cleopatra Jones with Ray and Master Killa. You have some fly cinematic storytelling from the two over some swanky piano production, sounding like something out of the Cotton Club era. Very Mac-ish, very smooth. Right after is Warriors 2, Cooley High with Benny the Butcher and Meth. The two demolish this aggressive beat. It's not necessarily a pretty beat, but they do a lot of damage here. Benny has the sharp lines. Be smart, the streets will swallow you if you not. It's the difference between being popular and hot. Whereas Method Man ends up completely stealing the show once more with his wordplay galore. A complete bar fest. So speaking of a bar fest, that's exactly what we get on the following track as well. Let's do it again, where Mathematics resamples his own Mighty Healthy beat, a beat that you can't go wrong with. This one is a fire posse cut with crazy dope verses from RJ Payne, 38 Special, Willie the Kid, and RZA. Payne opens this up with razor sharp bars of pain. His flow immaculate here, complete ice grill music. Payne said, I murdered the game with 2 solos worldwide. They respecting the pain like the Wu logo. I listen more, talk less, few photos. I'm old school like Dirty Tims and new polos. Me, I'm still in that mindset of trying to get new polos. I'm probably not going to change. But 38 Special came correct, and Willie the Kid didn't disappoint either. Then RZA closed it out with some amusing, raunchy, and mafioso bars. Really having fun with it. The following song, Dolomite, with Kappa, You God, and Master Killa, is one of the more underrated on the project. You have this 3 swordsmen going in over some gritty symphonic soul, that nice blend of smooth but rugged. You God's flow sounded more true to form on this track, but I'd have to say Capadonna was the standout for me. The second to last track is Trouble Man Outro, and it's just an R&B record with some soothing vocals from Cameron Corvette. So if you only have 12 tracks, I didn't feel this was essential, but it does show some of Mathematics' range. And the project closes out with Charleston Blue, Legend of a Fighter. Now this had some slick syrupy production and a passionate R&B hook. This didn't have quintessential Wu production, but it was okay. Probably my least favorite track, although King Crooked and Kappa did deliver some introspective dope verses. So overall, I'm gonna give this project a rating of 4 mics, potentially even a strong 4 mics. Maybe it's just the nostalgia, I'm not sure, but I would consider this to be the best Wu-Tang like album since A Better Tomorrow. So I know some people really didn't like A Better Tomorrow, but I always thought it was a solid return for the group at that specific time. And I do like this Black Samson project a little more than I did The Saga Continued. You had hungry, rejuvenated flows, sharp lyrical performances throughout, great guest features, a lot of blaxploitation movie references and song titles, and enough gritty sample-based production to keep traditionalists and Wu aficionados happy. Now, aside from not loving Corrupt on the intro and also not being really enamored with the production on the last track, I really did enjoy this album. Again, it's probably the nostalgia, but I think the Wu is sounding great at this moment. My favorite tracks include Mandingo, Roar of the Lion, Shaolin vs. Llama, Executioners from Shaolin, Warriors 2, Coolie High, Let's Do It Again, and Dolomite. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Who did you feel were the MVPs lyrically on this project? It's your boy Mixtape Muff. I am signing out. But as always, it's peace and blessings. Mathematics, the Wu-Tang Clan, Black Samson, the Bastard Swordsman. 1.